Hello, good night, and welcome back to Unity of Command. We are right at Operation Taifun on our way to Moscow, and this is a massive scenario. I decided to do this one in replay mode again because it takes forever to do this. The Russian turn alone takes a while, and our turns will take a while, and because it's that big, I had to do a lot of thinking and planning, so it's better to watch it this way, trust me. And moreover, I had to do this one a second time because I completely failed at the first attempt. So I did a little bit of research and planned the mission a little bit better. So I have a few tips for you that will make this mission rather easy. Otherwise, it's a real nightmare. So let's take a look at the map. We have a very long front line. Not too many units in the south, but the main bulk of our forces is here and here. So we have two strong groups, and the first major target is Vyazma. You have to take it on turn 4, and do not underestimate this. This was the part where I had to stop my first attempt because I completely failed to take it. You have to concentrate all your forces on this one to do it, and from there on out it's rather easy if you do a few tricks. Actually, it's more of one simple trick, but I didn't think of that by myself, so I had to look it up. If you take a look, you have quite a few engineers here, but all of them are on infantry. Here's one. So you can take away the specialist step on the infantry and transfer it to a tank. The tank is much more robust, it's quicker, so it's easier to get the engineers to the front and attack. The main thing is you need the engineers to dig out the guarding units at the victory locations. So it's hard or almost impossible to get the infantry units in time to the crucial points. So you basically have to put them on your armored units. Another thing that's worth looking at is the supply situation. You cannot cut off the supplies of Moscow because it sits like a spider in this road network. This might be rails or roads, I don't know. So you can do nothing to them there. They will supply everything basically. But you can take this one and cutting off this group from supply, and you can take this and maybe this in the south, and once you cut the road, this road and this road, this will put a large proportion of the Russian army out of supply, and that dramatically helps. And very important, you have to battle for the roads for yourself to keep your units in supply. Especially in the south, that's not that easy. The weather obviously has a role to play too. So keep a lookout for the weather when you do this. And I think that's all that matters for now. So let's start off things. I'm trying to do it from top down. So, like always, cycle your units. This way you can bring to bear many units on a single enemy unit. So we try to get the supply in the north, and we are trying to fight for the road immediately, for the bridge and the road. This way we can cross the river immediately, so it's not a waste to use your bombers on this unit. The same in the south. We are attacking on the road and trying to force them back as quickly as possible, and yeah, taking away the specialist steps. And we are using the infantry immediately to try to breach the front. And now our armored units can go forward. So very important are the armored units and the infantry with tracks, the mobile infantry with trucks. Yeah, and cycling my units here. Yeah, that was lucky, destroyed one already. So if we take a look, this mission is on a very big scale, so do not try to cut off and encircle very large proportions of the Russian army. You have to try and surround little blocks of them. This is, I think, artillery. Yeah, this at least is artillery, I think. So there are a lot of very hard, yeah, infantry units that are very hard to break. They're digged in, they have artillery support, and yeah, very many health points. So it's very hard to dislodge them, especially with infantry. So it's best to cut them off, wait until they're out of supplies, and then you can finish them off with infantry. We will see, we will do this multiple times, and yeah, it has great success. Another important thing, I'm removing the specialist steps, I think, on all of my initial pioneers. I don't think that's the best way to do it, because I found out later that you can only re-implement 2 specialist steps per turn. So yeah, taking away more than 2 specialist steps per turn is actually a waste. You could use those and those pioneer units for another turn, and that might be really helpful. Yeah, and once again, we have a lot of infantry units. And I'm always trying to hit one of them. And again, we have cut off 1 unit. Doesn't sound like much, but yeah, 1 unit less is 1 unit less. And like I mentioned, it's important to get to Vyazma, so I'm trying to clear out a way for my tanks. I'm sending a large proportion of this group to the north, actually. But the infantry is in our way. Yeah, next we're going to fight for another road. And like you see, we're making really good progress on the first turn. Don't hesitate to use your infantry, but select your targets. This one is not a good target. We will surround it and deal with it later. So I'm exclusively going. Yeah, let's pause the game once again. So I'm exclusively going for units that have no specialist steps on them. You immediately see by the prediction of losses which are valid targets. So the harder targets I'm leaving behind and surround them, ready to be dealt by my by weak infantry units that got damaged in the first turn. We only have to lock them into place, and the stronger units can go forward. And you see we're creating a lot of small pockets here. Well, and in the south, there are not really a lot of targets there. But it's important nevertheless. We want the roads. So we're aggressively pushing ahead on the road network. Yeah. Now I'm using a lot of my prestige I gained. I'm reinforcing tanks because those are the units that matter. I'm redistributing my specialist steps, and I'm buying another engineer. You only have one, unfortunately, and the rest of my tanks, as far as I can afford, are getting a scout specialist. This helps to clear more terrain and to make the unit a little bit stronger. And the rest we invest in more health points. Yeah, that's it for the first turn. Now it's time to watch the Russians. They're reinforcing. Unfortunately, moving a lot of their units, losing their entrenchment. But this takes a lot of time. They're moving every single unit. And the AI is quite capable of doing this mission actually. Let's take a look. They're forming a defensive line in the woods. Another one here in the woods. That's very good. They're trying to guard the bridge and the gap between the rivers. And they're aggressively trying to block my advance from the south, so that a large part of my army cannot participate where it matters. And they're aggressively trying to free their units. That's very important as well. They're attacking units that are blocking and trying to reconnect. Like here. So always watch out for that. And keep your units linked up. Yeah, and that's why it's important to aggressively push for Vyazma. They're accumulating a lot of units there. In the north, they're trying to fall back. Same in the south, they're trying to bring reinforcements. And very important, keep your supply routes guarded. You can use zone of control to control the movement, but now this unit can break through. It couldn't do it from here because it got stopped by zone of control here. So that's very important to look out for that. Yeah, making Vyazma a little bit harder to take. And digging in at the defensive line. So now it's our turn again. We're out of supply now in the north, but that doesn't matter. We just have to get here, and I think we have bad weather now, yeah. So that pretty much hurts us very much in the north, because now our supply doesn't reach, and if the snow remains, we cannot reach the supply here, and this unit's basically doomed. So we hope for better weather. Yeah, and again, only trying to contain here. But aggressively pushing for Vyazma. And we have to take the road. Doesn't matter if it's disconnected here, because the supply will flow around. And use your strongest units to attack. Yeah, like like that. Use your strongest units to attack those hard targets. Like you saw, your normal infantry will just get wiped out, but sometimes you don't have choice. I really want a gap in the lines here. Because I don't want to get cut off my southern advance here. Yeah, that worked out. Another unit contained. We don't have to deal with it now. And in the south, we are aggressively pushing for this road. We need the supply, and we can cut off a lot of enemy units. Well, that didn't work. And even the weak infantry is very useful at just holding. Yeah, and another unit is cut off. So we're going for small victories here. And yeah, very important. breach the front lines. In the south I'm using a rather strong force here. The reason is I aggressively want to take the supply here. I think that will make it much easier. Yeah, now I can put in my specialist steps again. And I made an error here. I redistributed it to infantry again. So this makes, yeah, our life a little bit harder. Would be much better to put it on this tank, but I just misclicked. But yeah, so you see there's still a lot of room for improvement. Because this is that big of a map, I'm making a lot of small mistakes. It's the second time I tried this. So yeah, you can optimize things and do a little bit better. Yeah, now for the Russian turn. They are already running out of supply at a lot of locations. And they're trying to desperately contain my breakthroughs. Yeah, they're trying to save their units there. Doesn't work. But at least they reconnected. And they have a lot of units. So I think we will make this a two-part video. That's simply too much for one, I think. Yeah. Now they are fortifying. Yeah, and if you take a look at the front line, still bad weather in the north, that's an issue. But here we successfully cut off very dangerous units. Here as well. Here we're making progress as well. And those are starting to run out of supply as well. And they're concentrating a lot of forces to block this strong element of my forces. Watch out for the units with a star. They're especially dangerous. I think those are some elite units. And in the south, yeah, I have given this group very strong units. They're all experienced, all veterans. So I hope they can deal with this one. Yeah, let's take a look what we're doing. Reconnecting. Now I have the supply. And I'm concentrating on this unit because I'm not sure what it can do. Yeah, now it's gone. And make sure to destroy a lot of units. still redistributing. And now we're really running out of supply in the north. But I think the weather's better. Yeah, we got lucky here. Now I think we can cross the river. And the units I cannot destroy now, I'm simply containing. But don't wait too long. Once you have decent odds, just destroy them. And another bridge is secured. And we are now at the outskirts of Vyazma already. It's turn 3, so we should be able to do it on turn 4. Yeah, and I'm rather relentlessly using my infantry here. And once again, a small pocket. And you see the engineering tanks doing great work here. And I'm sending a lot of them at Vyazma. So basically the whole thing is moving all the units to the north. Don't move them from left to right. Move them, yeah, a little bit upwards always. Yeah, and securing the road. And now the front is very thinned out already. Another unit is cut off. And I have to attack this one because it's threatening my supply. Yeah, and that's it. Let's take a look. So the first defensive line is more or less breached, not much left. A little bit struggling in the south, but we should get ready to hit the second line. Yeah, now the Russians are really running out of supply at a lot of places. And they're trying to consolidate their front, bringing fresh units. And pulling back the damaged units. That's pretty smart, actually. Yeah, and that's it. Having some supply problems, but this should be sorted out once we can get more of the enemy road network. We have to crush those, and we have to break through in the south. So let's see what we can do. Now this one cannot move anymore. Well, at least next one it couldn't move, so I have to use another unit. And once the road is secured, we will kill into supply in the north, I think. And make sure to bring enough forces to crash through this. You have to reach Kalinin on turn 11, and that's not that easy. So always move a little bit upwards. Yeah, and at Vyazma that's a little bit of overkill, but we have to move our forces to the north anyway, so that's okay. Yeah, and the scout units really help to get more territory in a short period of time. Yeah, disbanding units, we don't need them in the back. And we can reinforce motorized units with them. That's important too. Yeah, another big pocket here. Yeah, we're simply making sure they cannot move. And preparing to cross the river here. And very aggressively using my infantry here. I'm taking a lot of losses, but those infantry units are too slow anyway, so we cannot use them later on. Yeah, first supply is taken, and the road is cut off. So that should really help us in a moment. Yeah, now we can secure the supply source in north as well. Yeah, that's it. We're on turn 4. We have successfully taken Ryazma, and I think we will make a short break now, because the coming turns will be much quicker. Obviously, not that many units left, so see you then. Bye!